Hey guys, this is a video explaining how I changed out the plastic charging port cover on my Model 3 here. So basically what I ended up doing was separating the cover right here, this from the arm. And that's what you have to do. You have to separate the two. And so a lot of places on eBay or online will try and sell you the entire mechanical mechanism to swap out in order to replace the cover, but you can actually just buy this plastic cover right here, just that cover. And I think I bought it for like $25 on eBay. And you know, if you want to buy the entire mechanical assembly, it's like $110 on eBay. And then you also have to do a bunch of disassembly on the inside, remove the taillight and stuff, which probably wouldn't take that long. But point being is that this was a lot easier. So you can see right here the epoxy resin that's kind of pushed out over the edges, but essentially these pieces are just glued together from the factory, from Tesla. This arm is glued to this cover right here. So what I did is I stuck a small screwdriver in between the two, between the arm and the cover, and I kind of just worked it open, working the glue, separating the two pieces. And then eventually, after working it with a small screwdriver, I was able to get a normal size screwdriver in there and then just kind of work it a little bit more, work it from different angles and around the edges. And then eventually it was able to come off. But that process probably took me 25 minutes just to work it carefully. You can see the marks from where the screwdriver kind of hit the edge there. Once I had the cover off, I kind of had to bend this back into shape so that it was perfectly flat so that it could adhere to the cover, but that wasn't that big of a deal. I bought a quick 1-minute setting epoxy from the hardware store. And what I did is I actually had this arm in the fully retracted position. This arm was closed like that. Imagine there's no cover here, but the arm was closed. And then what I did is I put glue, or the epoxy, on top of the arm right here. And then I put the cover on like this. And I just held it in place with my hand for about 5 minutes. Even though it was only a 1-minute epoxy, I still held it in place for a while. And one more thing I did is I put painter's tape around this entire area right here, so that any resin that spilled over the edge would go onto the tape and not this plastic. Also, you need to be really careful that you don't use too much epoxy so that it spills out. You know, when you push that cover down, you don't want a ton of epoxy spilling out so that the cover accidentally gets glued to the car itself. You don't want to do that. So you want to make sure that you're careful and use just the right amount. But I mean, this works great. It's fantastic. You know, you really can't tell that I replaced it. So yeah, if you are looking for an easy, simple fix for your cover, then that's the way to do it.